Hey there, this is Donald Rue. I don't know. I was sitting here reading a book. I don't know if any of you guys have ever read this, but this one's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I've read this so many times, off and on throughout the years. This is the newer, one of the newer versions I have. It's really nice, and it's barely even been opened. But my older one that I got years and years and years ago is the one I've read often. This one here, I opened it up and I was sitting here reading, and anyway, I got to a section on persistence, and one of the things that will get a person through the tough times of studying for a certification, as like a Cisco certification, is definitely persistence. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, I just figured I'd read a little bit about persistence here. Well, I'm reading directly from the book. It says, persistence is a state of mind, therefore it can be cultivated. Right? So you can cultivate your way of thinking, you can cultivate how you do things, right? It says, like all states of mind, persistence is based upon specific causes, right? So there are many different causes that will create persistence. It says, among them are these, right? Definiteness of purpose. So if definiteness of purpose, knowing what one wants, is the first and perhaps the most important step towards the development of persistence. A strong motive forces one to surmount many difficulties. Okay, so definiteness of purpose. So what is your purpose? Well, if you're going to be working on, passing your certifications, then that is your purpose. So you've got a definiteness of purpose to do that. Okay, well, the next one is desire. Do you have the desire? Do you have what like, if you don't desire it, you're not really going to want to do it, right? So desire, it is comparatively easy to acquire and to maintain persistence in pursuing the object of intense desire. So if you have an intense desire to do something, then and you have a definiteness of purpose, that's your driving force. That'll get you there. All right. Self-reliance. Belief in one's ability to carry out a plan encourages one to follow the plan through with persistence. So if you have a belief in your own ability, right, a belief in yourself that you can do it, right, then that encourages you to follow the plan through with persistence. And the next one is definiteness of plans, right? Organized plans, even though they may be weak and entirely impractical, encourage persistence. So if you have your definiteness in your plans, say you've laid out your plans, you know that's what you're going to do, then that encourages your persistence. accurate knowledge. Knowing that one's plans are sound, based upon experience or observation, encourages persistence. Guessing instead of knowing destroys persistence. So don't guess. No. You need to do your research. You need to know what you're going for and why. Don't guess at it. All right. The next one is cooperation. Right? So sympathy, understanding, and harmonious cooperation with others tend to develop persistence. So, if your goal is to study, put forth a lot of effort, a lot of time, towards your certifications, then, that's going to interfere with other things in your life, like your personal time with your family, maintenance and chores around the house. So if you have cooperation from your family, it's going to make it a lot easier. If they know what your definite plans are and what your definite purpose is for those plans and the outcome and what it will provide them, then maybe there will be a little cooperation there. So sympathy, understanding, and harmonious cooperation with others tend to develop persistence. And the next one is willpower. Do you have the willpower to follow through? Willpower, the habit of concentrating one's thoughts upon the building of plans for the attainment of a definite purpose, leads to persistence. The next one is habit. Persistence is the direct result of habit. The mind absorbs and becomes a part of the daily experiences upon which it feeds. Right? So watch out what you put in your brain. Fear, the worst of all enemies, can be effectively cured by forced repetition of courage. Everyone who has seen active service in war knows this, right? So, anyway, the book says, before leaving the subject of persistence, the book suggests is that you take inventory of yourself and determine in what particular, if any, you are lacking. Are you lacking any of that stuff? Right? It's essential that you follow through, and read up and all that good stuff. Measure yourself courageously, point by point, and see how many of the 8 factors of persistence you lack. The analysis may lead to discoveries that will give you a new grip on yourself. All right. So, then the book goes into symptoms of lack of persistence. And there's a good bit of those. I'm just going to glance over those real quick. All right. Well, maybe not. Well, yeah, okay. Failure to recognize and to clarify or clearly define exactly what one wants. The next one is procrastination, with or without cause. Okay. The next one, lack of interest in acquiring specialized knowledge. Next one, indecision, the habit of passing the buck on all occasions instead of instead of facing issues squarely. Right? These are all symptoms of lack of persistence. The habit of relying on alibis instead of creating definite plans for the solution of any problem. Self-satisfaction. There is but little remedy for this affliction and no hope for those who suffer from it. Indifference, usually reflected in one's readiness to compromise on all occasions rather than meet opposition and fight it. The habit of blaming others for one's mistakes. I've met a lot of people that do that. All right, and accepting unfavorable circumstances as being unavoidable. Yeah. Weakness of desire, due to neglect in the choices of motives that impel action. Willingness, even eagerness, to quit at the first sign of defeat. Lack of organized plans, placed in writing where they can be analyzed. The habit of neglecting to move on ideas or to grasp opportunity when it presents itself. Wishing instead of willing. The habit of compromising with poverty instead of aiming at riches. General absence of ambition to be, to do, and to own. Searching for all the shortcuts to riches, trying to get without giving a fair equivalent, usually reflected in the habit of gambling, endeavoring to drive sharp bargains. Okay. Fear of criticism. A lot of people really fear criticism of others. Failure to create plans and to put them into action because of what other people will think, do, or say. This enemy belongs at the head of the list because it generally exists in one's subconscious mind where its presence is not recognized. So anyway, persistence. Persistence in anything that you choose to do. If you have a definiteness of purpose and belief in yourself, believe that, in your self-reliance, and you have your plans, and you have definiteness of those plans, and you have accurate knowledge, you're not guessing, right? You have cooperation of others around you, so they won't trip you up on purpose or accidentally. You have to have the willpower, right? And you have to turn it into a habit. You have to do that in order to, get through all this. And you have to have that self-discipline. So anyway, I just thought I'd have this little chat with you, kind of show you a little bit about what I've been reading here. And so, anyway, if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. Share my videos. I put them out there because I'm not afraid of who I am. I actually have a belief in my own ability, which is one of these principles of persistence. And I am persistent on what I do. So anyway, give me a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe if you like. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.